Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging headfirst into Diablo 4, Season 10. It's called Season of Infernal Chaos, and it lands September 23, 2025. Honestly, I'm pretty excited to unpack this one. Blizzard's made some big moves here. Our mission today is basically to cut through the noise, show you what's changing, sure, but also how it's going to change the way you play, and crucially, what's permanent versus what's just, for the season. Okay, let's unpack this. So, separating the temporary from the truly permanent, let's dive right into what Blizzard is cementing into Diablo 4 for good. First up, something players have been asking for, like forever. The boss invulnerability rework. Remember those Uber Lilith fights? Just watching her float around invincible? Felt like ages sometimes. Almost rage quit material, right? Oh, absolutely. It wasn't really about skill at that point, was it? More like an endurance test. What's really cool here, I think, is how directly they've addressed that feedback. Those super frustrating, unskippable phases, they're basically out. Well, not totally out. Now, they'll only trigger if you've actually been fighting the boss for at least 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Yeah. So this is huge. It directly rewards those really optimized high damage builds. You might actually just bypass the phase completely. Quicker kills, much more satisfying.
Right.
It sort of introduces this new question for build makers. Go for massive burst or more sustained damage. And importantly, the new Bartok boss in Infernal Hordes, he uses a new shield mechanic instead. Not invulnerability.
A shield mechanic, like break a barrier sort of thing.
Probably something like that, yeah. Maybe a secondary health bar, or you need specific damage types. Maybe CC helps break it. It adds a different kind of tactical layer,
Huh. That does sound like it'll really reshape those boss fights. But, is there a risk here? Like, focusing so much on bypassing invulnerability. Could it push the meta too hard towards just pure glass cannons, leaving other styles behind?
That's a fair point. It's definitely something they'll need to keep an eye on for sure. The idea is to reward optimization, yeah, but you don't want it to create a different kind of restrictive meta where only burst works. Maybe that Martok shield thing is partly an answer, ensuring there's still value in utility or sustained damage sometimes. Keeps things from being too one-note.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Good point. All right, shifting gears a bit, but sticking with permanent stuff, the whole Infernal Hordes endgame activity is getting a permanent rework too. You mentioned the Bartok boss, but there are also these chaos waves, supposed to be tougher monster waves, but critically with much better rewards. Makes the grind feel more worthwhile, hopefully.
Exactly, incentivizing that endgame loop.
And it doesn't stop there, right? There's more permanent stuff coming. New unique items for every class. Always nice to see. Plus, buffs and adjustments to a whole bunch of existing uniques, legendary aspects. Paragon nodes, too. We're not just talking small number tweaks either, are we?
Yeah.
Some could really shake up builds, make old legendaries viable again, or turn weak Paragon nodes into must-haves.
Yeah, absolutely. If you connect the dots here, it shows a clear commitment, I think, to boosting the core endgame. And really encouraging more build diversity. Like, think about Necromancers feeling locked into one minion build for tough stuff because of invulnerability. Now, maybe Bone Spear, Blood Surge builds. They can really compete if they optimize that direct damage. It's a big quality of life thing, moving away from just one meta build being the only option. More creativity, more power.
Okay, so those are the big foundational shifts, changes that are sticking around. But, like every season, there's the temporary stuff too. The unique flavor for Season 10. Let's talk about those seasonal additions. And just stress again, this stuff is only for Season of Infernal Chaos. It goes away afterwards. So first, Chaos perks. These sound pretty wild, not just small buffs. Like imagine a perk where your basic attacks reset your ultimate cooldown, or all your crits cause huge explosions, stuff that fundamentally messes with how your skills work together.
Right. This is where things get crazy, probably. Community creativity will go nuts with this. You might see totally unexpected, maybe even kind of broken builds pop up just because of one perk. Rethinking class roles just for the season. It's like a temporary power sandbox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. And then there's Chaos Armor, new seasonal items, right? Unique affixes, but appearing in slots where they normally wouldn't, like a helmet with glove stats maybe, or boots giving an amulet effect.
Yeah, opens up some really weird, previously impossible gearing options, stacking stats in totally new ways.
And lastly, Chaos Rifts. Need to keep an eye out for these. Popping up in Helltides, Nightmare Dungeons. Supposedly offer big rewards if you can seal them.
Wonder if they'll have unique mechanics too, like environmental hazards or needing certain damage types. Could make you adapt on the fly.
Adds a bit more dynamic decision making, yeah. So all these seasonal bits, they're designed to just inject that burst of fresh strategy and, well, fun for Season 10. So wrapping it up, what does this all mean for your next Sanctuary run? Season 10, Season of Infernal Chaos, seems really focused on refining that core endgame, rewarding powerful builds more directly, and then layering on these cool temporary seasonal mechanics to keep everything feeling fresh.
Yeah, and it kind of leaves you with the bigger question, doesn't it? How will these permanent changes, especially around the bosses and build diversity push, how will that actually shape character progression and what the community expects from Diablo 4, long term? It feels like it's not just about Season 10, but maybe setting a new baseline for the future.